remind them too.
What colors?
I need to go back and get mine.
Yeah. Done at home? Forgot.
I got like on the first day.
I've done, but
Forgot.
forgot today. This, they are done too. That's the first one done back. Assignment done for Monday.
I got that one too.
I was the first one done today.
I was second. Right when you got there, I actually headed so. I was like, it was really easy.
Wait, I can make a paper.
You can. On counts,
No, right now.
I have a
Just need a little bit of tape.
plastic bag. Like a dual bag. I have a little computer.
Right now?
Go ask them if they probably like me. Just say, I don't know how to make it. Try to hand me tape. I'll give you.
Okay, I'll just set it over.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back everyone. All right, so today I will upload the video from yesterday, so it does have sound, so I will upload yesterday's video. It's being processed right now and it will be on YouTube and then it will go onto my website, personal website. So I believe the outline, like what we had for homework and all that good stuff, that was on there, okay? All right, so we're missing a few here today. Let's see who we have that is gone. Let's see. What are we missing today? Yeah, Hannah and Alex. Is that it? Everyone else? Yeah. Okay, yeah, Hannah and Alex. And I wonder if are they on the list? Yep, Hannah and Alex is too. Okay, yep, they left early. All right. Okay, so here's the idea today. I am going to give you time to work on an assignment if you did not get it done. So I know some of you have turned it in. I have it right here. I'll hand it back to you just real quick. If you're done, you can turn it back in once I get through the explanation. Cole, Beth, Jason. So
I have my book cover done at home, but I forgot it this morning.
okay, Jason, you get it done? Okay, hold on to that. Okay. All right. So let's just real quick explain what you have to do. Double check that you did it right, and if, like for you three that already turned in, if you're comfortable with it, then you can turn it back in. Okay. Just want to make sure that we go through all the directions here, because I want to give you a little bit of time. All right. So if you have your book or your homework out in front of you, that's fine, because some of you are done. All right. So on those first couple problems on there, they wanted you to. I'm looking at part A. So this is exercise A. If you don't know, exercise A. And let's just look at problem number 1, right? Problem number 1, they give you a number, and they underline the 6. Right? What you're trying to do is you're trying to identify what spot is that sitting. So this is what they had in the book. On your homework, you have your name up here in the corner, you have, what period you are, this is period 5, and you have the date, it's 8/25 or 8/26, whatever date you had on there. And then you have the page numbers, page 2, blah, 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 you had all this stuff. Okay, under problem number 1, exercise A, because you always have those labeled, the exercise of what you're doing. Under problem number 1, what spot is this number sitting in? 1, right? It's in the 1 spot. I'll put that chart back up here in a minute. It's in the 1 spot. Don't write the number 6. Don't write 6. I want to know what spot it's sitting in. It's in the 1's position. What you're writing here in your homework, it's what spot it was on the chart. So it could be the thousands position, or 10,000s, or million, or 10 million, or hundreds or tens. But this number was sitting in the 1s. Now, if we had maybe, let's see, where's a number that's later on? Number 4, that was in a different location, right? Number 4, 51781. Now, the reason I bring this one up, they underlined this number. And I don't want somebody making that mistake, because I had that chart on the board yesterday, I left it up there. I know that on the chart, it has this number, if you actually write it out, this number's it looks like it says 1s, but it's thousands. This is the 1,000 position. So that's what you put, so while we're down to number 4, you'd have to write thousands. Thousands position, or 1,000s position, wherever you want to put. Because I know that on that chart it said 1s right there, but it's the 1,000 position. Okay, so I just prefer that you just put 1,000. Does that make sense for that top part? Okay, you're writing the word down. Okay, now the second part, part B. This is at the bottom now, part B. Part B, now let's look at problem number 1 on part B. Okay, at the bottom it says 6308. And it wants you to underline the 1's position. Okay, just like before. Well, where's the 1's position there? It's 8. So what you have to do in your homework, so you had your exercise A up here, and you have all those work, blah, blah, blah. Now we're down to exercise B down here. On problem number 1 down here, you have to write out the full number, and you have to underline the spot that they wanted you to. They wanted me to underline the 1's position for that. So that's the 8. That's the 1's position. Does that make sense? Like what I want you to put in your homework? This is what I want to see. Some people, like yesterday, I saw like a lot of people just write 8 down. Can't do it. You gotta write the full number and underline the spot that I want. Because sometimes there's ones where the number that you're underlining is in there multiple times. How do I know that you're confused in what spot it's supposed to be? So that's in the 1 spot, so you have to underline it. Okay. All right. I'll give you 15 minutes if you want. 15 minutes. Take a look, wrap up the problems that you're on. Okay, try to wrap it up. If you are comfortable and you think, oh, I'm good, I did this right, turn it back in. Okay, I'm fine with that. I just want to make sure I give you enough time, because I said I was going to give you time in class to work on it. And then before we go to lunch, I'm going to check book covers and stuff. Okay? I'll give you points and all that good stuff.
If it's like in 10,000,
Yeah.
1,000?
So if it's in this spot, the 10,000, you write 10,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got to
So
write what
only-
specific spot is. Just like the 1,000, you just write 1,000. If it's in
It's
the
just
millions,
the-
write millions.
So it's the 1 spot.
Yeah, just the one
Just
location.
write 1,000.
Yeah. For everything else, you have to write like 10,000 or 10 million or something like that. Yeah, it's a good question. Okay. Make sense? Okay, give you some time because I do want to give you that. If you have questions, please ask. If you're good, if you're comfortable, turn it back in, please. So I just want to give everyone equal shot to make changes and fixes and whatnot.
So after or before lunch? You gonna check the book?
Right before we go to lunch. Yep, like right before. So you have 13 minutes, and then I'm checking it. Okay, so you got plenty of time. So don't worry if you're still scrambling, because I am not ready for it yet. So, great cutoffs. Nice. Okay.
notes.
Hey, that's fine. Yeah, that's somebody, when I was reminding them what assignments we had that week, I was giving them a little sheet of paper. Hey, here's assignments we had this week. Oh, yeah.
I really hope we win tonight.
Me too. Me too.
I'm sure it's gonna be a good game.
What are you failing?
What?
Why are we failing?
They're good. Soundly coached.
And JV goes against Bishop Bergen.
Tonight? Where is that? Is that here?
That's here Monday.
Oh, Monday. Yeah.
The 6th. I don't know if we have a freshman team or not. I don't know if we have a freshman team or not. I think it's just JV.
We do if Adam gets good at tight end. Because I'm tight end and Adam is backup tight end. And then we do got
I keep going on that book cover because I'm about to grade it. I'm almost ready.
we have freshman defense. I know that.
Is it Tate or something?
I'm just getting the basic outline. Fleming or outside of Fleming? Anybody that lives outside of Fleming or in Fleming, Belmont could, and if it wasn't against the state law, Belmont could really pull all the students that go to Garner from Belmont and Fleming, pull their open enrollment papers and force them to go to Belmont.
Yeah.
They're actually trying to do that too.
Okay, after lunch, because everyone's done, everyone's got a book cover on, good. All right, so after lunch, here's what we're gonna be going through. We're gonna start the second section. So when you get back from lunch, make sure you have your notes. I don't think we'll need our books. You won't need about that. I just wanna make sure you have the book covers on so they're scored, okay? That's good. So, all right. We're gonna be looking at reading, writing, and rounding numbers. So what I mean by that is, before we looked at place value and you're trying to underline a certain position, now what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be taking those numbers and actually writing them into what we call verbal form, like an actual word form. So that means we have to have the correct spelling, we have to have the correct punctuation, hyphens, wherever we need them. Okay, so that's what we're gonna be doing after. Now, after we're comfortable with that, we're good, and we feel like we're ready, we'll move on, we'll talk about rounding. Now, there's a ton of different types of rounding. There's front end, there's just place value rounding, there's back end rounding. I mean, there's I think 6 or 7 different types of rounding that I can see from other textbooks and stuff. We're just going to look at place value type. So what I mean by that is that the book will tell you a certain place they would like you to round a number to. Like, oh, I'd like you to round, this number to the hundreds position. So they want you to round it. So what's the nearest hundred that we'd be at? So hundreds would be this position. That's the hundred. So here, ones, tens, hundreds. So what number is that closest to? Are we closer to, what I mean by that, are we closer to 6,800, like total? That's rounding to the hundreds. Or are we closer to 6,900? So, yeah, exactly right. We're closer to this one. And the reason why, there's simple rules. Now, you guys can look at the number and like common sense. It's like, oh, it's closer to 6,900. But it's because of this number. That number tells you everything. The number behind it. And that's what we'll talk about when we get back from lunch. We'll look at the little rules. I'll write them on the board so we're comfortable. Try a couple out, and we'll try different spots. The big thing is I'll be putting this place value chart back on the board. This is big. We got to know what place you're in, what spot you're supposed to round to, and that helps us with writing and reading numbers. Because like I said yesterday, how we say those is every 3 numbers, you're in a new category. So you say this number, you say what category it was in, then we go to the next 3 and we say what category it was in until you get to the end. Like these 3 numbers, we won't have to say what category they fit in because there is none. They're not thousands or millions or anything like that. Okay. Any questions? I think we're good to go to lunch. Okay.
Elementary for all 4 years of Spanish I had. Well, I was gonna do my Spanish tutor.
That's nice. You're lucky you got that.
I don't know how to go anywhere else from the house. I don't have a tutor come to my
They say people who learn multiple languages are smarter than most that don't. They learn quicker and adapt faster.
In the science room, you can hear like the Spanish music go off. Like in my period today, I heard the song Waka Waka. I should hear it go off in Spanish. You can clearly hear the whole thing.
All right. I think we're good. We got everybody here. So. All right. Like I said, we are going to continue on with reading, writing, and rounding numbers. So the first thing I'm going to do, pop up that place value chart. The chart we've had pretty much up all week, but then I want to start talking about how do we read numbers? How do you write them? most people know how to read them. Don't get me wrong. Writing is the other thing. You forget subtleties what you have to do when you write a big, big number. And then we'll be rounding numbers as well. Okay? All right, so let's start out right off the bat here. I'm going to pop up the projector. We'll get it going here. Perfect. Okay, so here's our lovely place value chart. Again, I am going to put this on the website. I'm going to put it on Wednesdays and Thursdays for the website on mine. It's hsmath.org if you wish to go there. The video is actually online, the first video. Yesterday's video will be online today. I'm still compiling it. It takes a while to put it on YouTube. It's a very long video. It's 43 minutes. So, all right. So this is your place value chart. Ignore past the decimal. That's something we learn later, right? We're not into the decimals yet. We're not in rationals. We're in whole numbers only. We haven't even dealt with negative numbers yet, so we can't move to the decimals yet. All right. So here's our place value chart. Now, the only thing that's missing here, I need to scroll up. We're missing the millions, ones, and everything else. So there we go. So I'm going to put a number on the board. And we're going to discuss how you'd read it, how you'd read it to yourself. And that's where the decimal is. Okay. Okay. So far, the number I put on the board is in it's a numerical form. Numerical means it's written with digits, not with words, not verbal form. So it's a numerical. All right. Can somebody just say it out loud, please? 32,043. Oh, done. Perfect. Most people can do it correctly. You just, whatever you have in your inner monologue in your head, that's exactly how you say it out loud, right? 32,043. How it works, remember, like I think I stated this yesterday, you need to break it up in groups. That's why I colored these differently, right? I colored it green, a weird grayish blue color. You really can't see it on the projector. It's like a gray blue. We got yellow, and then I think it's like a purplish blue color. So, but when you say numbers, you always say them in the groups that they're in. So if they're in front of the comma, you say this number, whatever it is. So you're actually right. You said 32, right? So you said 32, and then you have to say what category was it in. It's 32,000. That's how it always works. It even works when you go to the millions. You say whatever number's up here, you say millions. Then you go to the next number, 32,000. And then when you go to the last one, the last one's before the comma, you just have to say whatever this number is. You don't have to say the number like ones. Okay, so you just say 43. Make sense? I think everyone in here 100% knows how to do that. I just want to make sure that we're on the right page. The reason why is if you can say it out loud, if you can say it to yourself, like in your inner monologue, you can write it. The only thing that will get in your way is maybe spelling. That'd be the only thing that would get in your way. Because most people can read that, 32,043. Okay, here's the thing. What most people get wrong will not be, well, hopefully it will not be the spelling part. It'll actually be the hyphens and all the notation we have to have around it. Okay? So, I'd like you to have that number written down. So let's write this number down. So put this somewhere in your notes. That. Yeah, the same number we just talked about, 32,043. Notice we didn't say the word and. 32,043. We don't do that. Anyone know why we don't say the word and?
Because that'd be saying it's 32,000 and then you put the decimal.
Exactly right. You're absolutely right. Anytime you say the word and, that literally means you put the decimal there. Whenever you say and. So if you said 32 and, that means the decimal goes right after the 32. You would not want to do that. Might have to do without the projector. which is fine. We'll have to do it with the projector. That's fine. So we'll come back to that. Okay, so here's the idea. When you write this down, this actually will help us out because now I have more board space. When you write this down, we have to say what spot it was in and all that good stuff, just like I said before. Don't use the word and then we're going to put hyphens and commas. How we know we do hyphens? Anytime it comes to a two-digit number like 32, 57, 88, 92, that type of thing, you have to put a hyphen in between those, no matter what. We don't do it for hundreds. We only do it for the tens and the ones position, like this 32 here. So when we write that, we have to write 30. So here's the word for 30. Then you put a hyphen, and you put the number that comes after it, 32, right? You do that for any two-digit number, okay? So even if it was 132, you put 132 with a hyphen in between. And then we have to put the word 1,000, because that's the position it's in. 32,000. We need to keep going then. So some textbooks say that you can put a comma. It's not incorrect. I personally don't. I don't put the comma there. You can if you wish. If you like to keep the comma so you know exactly where your numbers are at, because it's 32,000 comma, you can do that. I personally don't. So we'll keep going. 43. And notice I put the hyphen in there because it's a two-digit number. That's it. That's literally word form. Very, very easy. The only difference, some people put the comma. All right. Does that make sense, like how we do it? Okay. The big thing is the hyphens. I do count it wrong if you forget hyphens. That is a correct way of writing it. Okay. Now, the reason why we do this is because on a check, you do have to write it out in word form. A lot of people don't realize that. You do have to write a check in word form. So we'll make sure that we do that. In fact, before we leave, we will practice. I will put a check up here on the board, and we will practice so you can actually see me write a check. So you know, like, okay, where do we write it in word form? Because some people, how many in here actually have a checkbook? That's what I thought. I never had one. You might have a debit card. Maybe your parents just give you cash. I don't know. But it's kind of a dying art. A lot of people don't know how checkbooks work. You've never used one before. You don't have your own personal bank account, that type of thing. I didn't have a bank account until I turned about 13, 14. I got a full-time job after school, so that's when I needed to get one. But it's an art. There's an art to actually writing it down, making sure that it's correct, so that when you write a check, you're not getting the wrong money taken out of your account for something you're paying for, that type of thing. So they do check things like that. All right, let's do one. Will somebody come up with a number, please?
63,513.
13. Decimals back here. I like it. Okay. Same exact thing. Okay. You said it absolutely right. 63,513. No ands in there because and means the decimal point. And we just say it like we normally do. So in front of the comma, we have the thousands. So that's 63. So guess what we need for 63?
Yeah.
Hyphen, yeah, I need the hyphen right between that because it's a two-digit number, so you have to have the hyphen. We move on to the next numbers. Oh, I forgot 1,000, sorry. 1,000. Now, if you wish to put a comma, you're fine, you can do that. I'm going to skip that. 500. 13. Now, did I need to put a hyphen for 13? No. I know it's a two-digit number. Don't get me wrong. It's a 1 and a 3. The problem is it doesn't need the hyphen because 13 is literally a single word. It's not two actual separate words being jammed together like 60 and 3, right? Those are crammed together. 13 is a single word, no hyphen needed. The part that gets people is the hyphens. They always forget them. And the other thing is knowing when to write hundreds and thousands and all the other subtleties. That's the other thing that some people get wrong. So I'll make one addition. I'm going to make one adjustment to this number. What if I put a 2 out front? Now Now what would that number be?
263,550.
Exactly. You still just, what I do is I always group them in threes. Just say the number I circled. It's 263. Then you write what spot it's in. It's in the thousand spot. And then we move on. So the only difference is I'd have to put 200 up front. Now it's the exact same. Now it's the exact same problem. 263,513. This is the part. I don't know why this confuses people. I've had it from previous years where people try to go, oh, that's 200,063. No. You just say the number I circled first. You say the number I circled first. I'm gonna actually put this in there. There. 263. You can see what I circled, what I wrote. 263. Then you say what spot it was in, and then you move on. Okay, so here's the thing, what I want you to do. I want you on your paper right now, because we're going to go in partners here. I'd like you to make up a 7-digit number. 7 digits. Any numbers you like, but it has to have 7 numbers in it. Okay? Make one up right now. 7 numbers for yours. You can make up any numbers. You're going to have a lot of zeros. You're going to have some other digits in there. Make a 7-digit number. Write it down in your paper right now. Hopefully you're writing it in digits, write it in numerical form. So write it with actual numbers. You don't need to write it in words. Don't write it in words yet. Just write it in numbers. But you need 7 numbers. I'll give you an example of a 7-digit number. I'll put one up here on the board. Okay, here's a 7-digit number. Seven-digit number. It's got 7 numbers in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the decimals in there. Okay, so what spot? If I said a 7-digit number, how big of a number do you have to make?
Mm-hmm.
Have to be millions. You have to be, because we're not doing decimals yet. So we're not in rational numbers. Okay, so here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to turn to your neighbor. So we'll have a YouTube partner. We'll have YouTube partner. I'd like you to take your notebook and hand it to your partner. Your notebook. Just pick it up, give it to your neighbor. Your neighbor is going to go on your paper. And I know that seems weird. They're going to write on your own paper. They're going to write your number in words. Okay? So exchange them out. Here we go. So exchange it with your partner. And I want you to take your partner's paper and write their number that they have, their 7-digit number, and write it into words. And then we're going to share. We're going to see what kind of number you made up. Now, hopefully it's not mine. That'd be crazy if it was. And I will put the chart back up here. So you should hopefully feel comfortable. You don't need the chart. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around it. Sure. That's fine. I don't mind if it's right or wrong. It's our first attempt. Still writing. It's fine. don't mind. This is our first attempt, so don't like be stressed. We're trying, this is practice, so we're just trying our best. Okay? Hold on. Share these out. Okay, so let's share these out. Now again, since I said 7-digit number, we even said it before, we had to be in the millions. So at some point you better have said million. Now it depends at some point, I don't know if there's any thousands. It depends on what you created for a number. If there's a lot of zeros here, you didn't have any thousands. That's fine. Then you could add some numbers back here in the ones. But again, there could have been a lot of zeros, so maybe you don't have any numbers in the back. Okay? So it depends on what type of numbers you guys create. So let's throw a couple examples out there. I'm interested to see kind of what you guys did, because it was your own personal number. And I want to see, and we can critique. And again, I have no idea whose these are. They're not in an order, so I'm just going to flip through them randomly. Make sure they're all facing the right direction. Nice. All right, perfect. Okay, so I have no idea what order these are going to be put on the board. Oh, there's the first one. Okay, well, let's critique. Nothing personal. Don't take any offense. This is good. This is good practice for us. Okay, so 8 million. Do we agree? Okay. Maybe not that little guy. I don't know what that is, but we'll get him out of it. So this would be something like if it. Did you guys go back to your own paper? Okay, go back to your own paper. Sorry, forgot to warn you. Okay. This is good practice for you. So, all right. So I don't know whose paper this is. So whoever's looking at this, this is fine. So this is your paper. So this little thing right here, you didn't need it. It was an extra. You stole it on a million, right? So all right. So 8,630,000. Perfect. 630,000. I like it. Is that a 5? Is that what that is? Okay. 579. Okay. 17, not D. 79. Okay. Okay. We're good with that. I like it. Very nice. Hyphens were used correctly. Spelling. Oh, actually, this is spelling is off, so it should have been 30. 30. Make that all fixed. Okay. That's good. I like it. It's good practice. You can see the little mistakes. This person wrote this, didn't choose to use commas. That's fine. You didn't want to. If you wish to use commas, you put after the 8 million, the 630,000. If you wanted to, you didn't need to. So those are little additions you can make. Okay. Do we feel comfortable with the first one? I like it. Okay, that was good. That was good practice. All right, let's go to the next one. We already did that one. Next one. All right. Well, whoever's paper this is. Okay, so we're at 6 million. Perfect. 240,000. Okay. 100 spelled wrong, so it could be 100. Okay, that's good. I think we had an extra O in there, so that's fine. So whoever's paper that was, you might want to fix that. 40,000, good. 560. Perfect. And again, 100, a little bit off. Had an extra O in there. 160. Okay. This person also chose not to use commas. Totally fine. You didn't need to. Is there any concerns? I don't think so. There was no hyphens, so we didn't have to worry about hyphen because we had a lot of zeros in there. So there was no two-digit numbers there. Very nice. That was good. Okay, let's go to the next one. Simple little spelling things. Easy fix. Okay, next one. All right, so we're at 8 million. We're at 100. Don't need this. Whoever's paper that was, cross that out. We don't need that. 185,000. Perfect. So far so good. 728, and we got the hyphens. I like it. Everything's right. They just had a little extra hyphen between the 100. We didn't need that little extra guy. Good. I like it. It's correct. The person also chose not to use commas. That's a personal choice. I don't. So, okay. Any other concerns? Okay. We'll continue tomorrow. We'll do the same idea. I do want to show you a checkbook tomorrow to show you kind of what you can experience when you get older. Okay. It was good. Thank you guys. I love the volunteering, I love the ideas. Have a good weekend, because you guys are free, you don't have any homework, so good luck.
What if our parents, had us write out checks?
That's good, I like it, that's good practice.
Oh, same thing.
Don't we technically have three? Local. Then what's the interest?
What do you have, please? Yep.
After this, study hall.
Hey, you been English yet? No. But you just got your
It's my line.
Get back to the class.